In 1781, one man made a decision that everyone else thought was pure madness. He bought 20% of America's entire worthless currency. Everyone thought he was a complete idiot. But what if I told you that one gamble turned him into one of America's luckiest millionaires? This is the incredible story of Timothy Dexter, history's most successful idiot. Genius, or just plain luck? You decide. Timothy Dexter was born in 1747 to poor Irish immigrants in Massachusetts. Life wasn't easy for him. At age 8, he was sent to work as an indentured servant on a farm, where he spent 8 years working tirelessly, basically as a temporary slave. His only reward? The distant promise of freedom. But when he earned it, Dexter wasn't content to just scrape by. He had bigger plans. He mastered the leather tanning trade in Boston, but the big move came when he married Elizabeth Frothingham, a wealthy widow with a successful merchant business. Moving into her mansion in Charlestown, Dexter was now rubbing shoulders with Boston's elite, and they hated him. They mocked his rough manners and lack of formal education. But Dexter wasn't discouraged. In fact, he studied them, watching their clothes, their speech, and especially their investment strategies. Fast forward to 1781. The Continental dollar, America's currency after the Revolutionary War, had become completely worthless. The British flooded the market with counterfeits, and its value plummeted to just 2.5% of its original worth. It was so bad, even soldiers were paid with this paper money that no one wanted. Everyone was selling these worthless bills for pennies on the dollar. Everyone, that is, except Dexter. Dexter bought up almost all of it. We're talking about 20% of all Continental dollars ever printed. He invested nearly every cent he and his wife owned. His neighbors thought he had gone mad. "What a fool," they said. "You'll lose everything." But Dexter wasn't finished yet. In 1789, Alexander Hamilton became the first U.S. Treasury Secretary, and he had a bold idea. He decided to exchange the worthless Continental dollars for U.S. Treasury bonds at 1% of face value. It was a gamble, but it was also the stroke of genius Dexter had been waiting for. Dexter had bought his Continental dollars for far less than 1% of face value. The U.S. Treasury's move turned his worthless paper into a massive fortune. Just like that, Dexter was a millionaire. But Dexter wasn't ready to stop. Oh no. He had bigger, bolder moves ahead. Someone joked that he should export bed warmers to the tropical West Indies. Dexter, having never traveled outside New England, took the idea seriously. He shipped 40,000 bed warmers to the Caribbean. Everyone thought he'd ruined himself. But then something unexpected happened. Caribbean molasses producers discovered that bed warmers made perfect ladles for their syrup. He sold every single one at a 70% profit. Just like that, another fortune. But Dexter wasn't done yet. Next, he decided to sell coal to Newcastle, England, the world's coal mining capital. It was the definition of a pointless idea. But guess what? His ship arrived during a miners' strike, and coal prices had skyrocketed. Dexter walked away with another fortune, and then his most bizarre stroke of luck. Dexter accidentally ordered 340 tons of whalebone instead of another commodity. The whole thing seemed like a disaster. With all that wealth came eccentricity. Dexter built a mansion featuring 40 wooden statues of history's greatest men. Among them, his own statue. He even proclaimed himself the greatest philosopher in the Western world. His behavior grew more bizarre with each passing year. He forced people to call him Lord Dexter. He paid them in food. He even faked his own death just to attend his funeral. When his wife didn't cry, he jumped out of his coffin and beat her with a cane in front of 3,000 mourners. Then he wrote a book called A Pickle for the Knowing Ones. There wasn't a single punctuation mark in it. In the second edition, he added a full page of punctuation marks and told readers they could sprinkle them where they please. Timothy Dexter's story is a masterclass in seeing opportunity where others see chaos. His success wasn't about genius or luck. It was about daring to act when no one else would. Here's the takeaway. Worse, see opportunity where others see chaos. In uncertain times, hidden trends can emerge. 2. Question conventional wisdom. Trends dismissed as foolish might just hold untapped potential. 3. Act decisively. Dexter's luck wasn't random. It was the result of bold action. The real question isn't whether trends exist. It's whether you're ready to act on them before others do. Remember, bold moves create big results. Start where others hesitate and watch what happens. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about Dexter's story in the comments below. Genius or just pure luck? I'll see you in the next video.